RuPaul's pole racing, the U.S. fact show wherever gifted pole queens style, dancing, act and labia sink their way to competitive for a $100,000 award, has been one of the more than hardly little display traffic. Now in its 10th time of year, the show introduced and company created by pole tsarina extraordinary RuPaul Charles, has generated a profitable rotation off production. It includes planet tours showing ex-contestants how paint tens of thousands of fans and events in Los Angeles and New York named DragCon. Could DragCon, wherever pole queens of the show encounter fans and sell their t-shirts, books and enamel paint pins, and though a UK release of the show quickly be cross the Atlantic? Fenton Bailey and Lustful Barbato, company founders of Planet of Miracle, the manufacture business how makes pole racing, say, thing is upcoming. Bailey quips, be frightened, be really frightened. Anything's unfeasible. Recent years DragCon engendered $9 million in trade turnover on top of the $40 accession fee paid by more than rather than 40,000 human beings recent year. Barbato expects turnover to be though high the year taking into account more than rather than 50,000 fans visited DragCon in LA recent monthly. Bailey says 60% of such who visited were female and part were direct. This concept the is an LGBT alcove phenomena is not very real, it is a more extensive auditorium. Yet, pole racing may not include happened at all if it wasn't for a merger of technology, policy and culture changing, as a concern of good luck. Following ending of Oxford College, Portsmouth-born Bailey passing to New York in the previous 1980s to visit movie high school wherever he met New Jersey home Barbato. They would skip classes to go the Pyramid Scheme Clubhouse in Manhattan's East Countryside for its sight-wateringly powerful drinks, all gin in a surge of restorative, or, more than importantly, the pole queens. Down there were so lot of them and all of them were so gifted, making shows and performance, says Bailey. It was love the art community and they were prophetic in their capacity to detonator which was event in pop civilization and policy and amusement and put on a show each overnight. We were dreadstruck. Following a short pop piece of music carrier as the Fantastic Pop-Tarts and a accidental face in a youthful pole tsarina named RuPaul, who they saw setting up posters of oneself on the road how recite RuPaul is all, Bailey and Barbato set their own manufacture business, Planet of Miracle, in 1991. They were as well operating RuPaul and it was about the period of his breakout hit Solitary Supermodel, Thou Superior Job, in 1993 how the concept of a TV show showing pole queens at first founded. Bailey says, it wasn't named pole racing. The concept was Conclusion America's following top pole tsarina. Yet, no web selected it up and it just following Planet of Miracle equipped a new chief of growth named Tom Campbell in 2007 how they and RuPaul revisited the concept of a show and gave it one more than shooting. Logotype, a web run by Viacom, selected the program up and it's at first time of year displayed in 2009. Public print has played a very essential part in its Go of a Alcove program to a more than main and world A, he says. For time of year 9 pole racing excited to Viacom's VH1 web that is accessible in more than US homes and the time of year 10 opening brought 1 millionth TV audience, the highest auditorium. Pole racing is accessible on Netflix in the UK. View parties in the US begun in the gay venues but they include now distribution to direct stick to much, Barbato says. House which we're especially proud of since it has been a large boomers for gay stick and their business community that we are enormous supporters of, and a lot of gay stick are employing these girls. How the making capacity for several of the 112 pole racing contestants who include emerging on the show has grown up, independently of while they sashay off, this period RuPaul uses while a tsarina is said to leave, of the show. Barbato says, it is the just actual TV deductible wherever in several ways everyone is a victor, since all these girls go out and they may round about the ball. Several of them do among $5,000 and $10,000 per exterior. Lot of these girls are manufacturing 6 figures a year, they were on a faction of How Up. Willem Belly, who emerging on time of year 4 persons and remnant the just competitor to be disqualified, is one Tsarina who has cut out a success career. As so as overlooking his own YouTube episode beat down and written a volume absorb less than, wherever down there's a Willem, down there's a path, he will be emerging as the nature emerald in the redo of A Celebrity is Unborn starring Dame Gaga. Manufacturing Hey time the sun shines is key to receive the largest out of yours period on pole racing, says Belly. Creature busy on public print time as well raising your section in dwell is clever. I didn't say no really lot. Pole racing has taken into account lot excellent talented human beings 15 protocol of popularity. Lot dong ti hit time the fairest hot although and are just very seen once again meeting at finales or reunions for the Shah. As the pole production grows, yet, is down there a risk how it risks driving off of its disruptive cradle? Jodie Sevier, a London pole tsarina and DJ, says, to me, pole will ever be a really disruptive art shape. It tips the concept of sort roles on its chief and represents all the order wing loath. Bailey says, this concept how pole should just be thing alcove and not business, in some speech, the concept how not one should do any cash out of performance as pole queens, is a type of superstition to desire to hold pole in a slight box in a slight angle. The U.S. policy scenery has modified drastically with pole racing was at first speak. In 2009 Barack Obama was driving in the White's building, that is now held by Donald Trump card. Bailey says pole himself is policy. Thing how RuPaul has told each period I bat my lashes, it is a policy instrument is in fact a really severe spot. I believe human beings as discussed in which Trump card and co are making is drive them to hug pole and pole is a type of impedance to which America is departure via order currently. Severe, initially of Canterbury in Kent planned all above the planet and has seen the impact how pole racing has had in the US and in Britain. This girls on the Shah are manufacturing a ton of cash money, and I believe the popular of RuPaul's pole racing has taken into account queens about the UK an additional standard of lot deserved honor, with hope they too include scene and rise in Shah maintenance and finance profit, she says. So if pole racing does go to the UK, how will our homebrew queens equitable? Severe thinks it would be fantastic to Shah pole of the UK spot of type. We include really various link points, see amusement, mime, pub civilization, 80s London clubhouse civilization, we're less than on pageant rather than our us sisters. It would be a really breathtaking time.